Okay, we're going to look at a square today, but just a little bit of a story about a family. So we've been looking at parallelograms. Parallelograms, both pairs of opposite sides, are parallel. And we looked at the rectangle. A rectangle is a parallelogram in which all four angles are right angles. So a rectangle is a parallelogram. And then we looked at a rhombus. A rhombus is a parallelogram in which all four sides are congruent. And they had some other special properties. So, the parallelogram had 5 properties. Opposite sides are parallel, opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are congruent, consecutive angles are supplementary, diagonals bisect each other. So, because a rectangle is a parallelogram, it has those 5 properties. In addition to those 5 properties, all four angles are right angles, which makes it a rectangle, and the diagonals are congruent. The rhombus has all 5 of the parallelogram properties. In addition, all 4 sides are congruent. That's what makes it a rhombus. The diagonals are perpendicular, and they bisect the opposite angles. Now, this very cool thing happened. Papa Rhombus, Mama Rectangle got together and made a very special baby. They made Baby Square. And this is a family tree. And Baby Square inherited all of the properties of its predecessors. So, Baby Square has all of the properties of its grandparent parallelogram. It has opposite sides parallel, opposite sides are congruent, opposite angles are congruent, consecutive angles are supplementary, diagonals bisect each other. Hope I named all 5 of those. It has the additional properties of Mama Rectangle. All 4 angles are right angles. And the diagonals are congruent. It also has all of the properties of Papa Rhombus. All 4 sides are congruent. The diagonals are perpendicular. And the diagonals bisect opposite angles. Okay, so we get some really cool results going on. Whoops, I didn't mark this right angle. So we've got 4 small right triangles here. These are bisecting right angles. What's half of 90? Half of 90, woohoo, that is 45 degrees. All of these are 45 degrees. So not, oops, 45. Dyslexia is getting hold of me. Look, all of these are 45 degrees, okay? So this is actually an isosceles right triangle inside of here, okay? Super cool things going on inside of this square, okay? Square has no additional properties of its own, just all of this stuff that it inherits from its predecessors, okay? So that is my family tree, okay? But it's only part of the quadrilateral family tree. But I wanted to show you that because it's a very good visual of what's going on here, okay? This is the back of the NTI 14 page. So we are on NTI day 15 here. Let me scooch this up so we can see this. So NTI 15, we are looking at properties of a square. So it has the 5 properties of a parallelogram, 2 additional properties of a rectangle, and 3 additional properties of a parallelogram. Goes together to give us very special things. So again, we are on the back or the second page that was on your NTI 14. So ABCD is a square. It is a square. They tell us that AD is 11. Find each missing measure. First, they want to know BC. Okay, so square is a rhombus. All 4 sides are congruent. Means BC has to be 11. They next want to know AC. AC is this whole diagonal here. All right, well, to get that, I've got to realize that AB is 11 as well. This is a right angle. I know the 2 legs of a right triangle. I'm trying to find my hypotenuse. That is a Pythagorean theorem problem. So I'm going to do 11 squared plus 11 squared equals x squared. That's my AC length. So on my trusty calculator, hopefully we're not in a glare, I'm going to do 11 squared plus 11 squared. That gives me 242. I'm going to go ahead and take the square root of that. Double pump that. I'm going to grab that 242, hit enter. I get 15.5. I'm rounding to 1 decimal place. Next number is 5, so I round that up. So 15.6. So this was 242 equals x squared, square root both sides, gives me 15.6. They next want to know BD, which is my other diagonal, because this is a rectangle. My diagonals are congruent, so that's 15.6. EC. EC is half a diagonal. Half of 15.6. Half of that, divided by 2. 7.8. 7.8. Okay, half of 15.6 is 7.8. Clear those markers out of my way as I drop one. Okay, over here, switching to angles. There's only two possible angle measures in a square, guys. It's 90 or 45. DAB. Quit dabbing out there, y'all. DAB. That is a 90-degree angle. AEB. AEB. Diagonals are perpendicular. That's 90 degrees. CBD. CBD. That's half of a 90-degree angle, which is 45. Diagonals bisect opposite angles. BAC. BAC. Right here. Again, half of a 90-degree angle, that is 45 degrees. Okay? All right, let me jump down here. Algebra. Just going to kind of prep you. Opposite sides are congruent. Set those equals. Solve for x. Diagonals bisect. Actually, be careful here. This is a rhombus. Okay? They're reviewing you here. Rhombus. Diagonals bisect. Opposite angles. Set these equal. Okay? Down here we have a square. They give you SW, which is half a diagonal, and WU, which is the other half of the diagonal. Set those equal. But then they ask you for VT. Diagonals are congruent. Substitute in, but they're asking for a whole diagonal. Whatever you get, multiply it by 2. Okay? They tell you this is a square, solve for x. They don't give you any numbers, but we know every angle is either 90 or 45. That's just this angle here. Set this equal to 45. Solve for x. All right? Hopefully you guys are all cool with that. Send me any questions you have. So your NTI day 15, do number 6 with me, and then complete the rest of it. I'll put a document up for you to put your answers in and check them. If you're having problems, can't figure out what you're doing wrong, shoot me an email. Okay? You don't have to send me a copy of your work unless you're having problems. Okay? You can resubmit your answers. Okay? So if you put it in there and it's wrong, redo it, resubmit it. I can see which ones you're getting right, which ones you're getting wrong. So you don't have to send me your work unless you have questions, but make sure you're doing it till you get it right, okay? Because Friday we'll be having another quiz, and on that, can't resubmit. So make sure you do this, understand it. So I'm not saying don't send me questions. Send me questions when you don't understand. Got it? Hope you all doing well. Hopefully I'm learning how to get this stuff down a little bit better. I apologize. It is taking forever. These videos are buffering forever. So this one, I'm going to get it up as soon as I can. Hopefully this one doesn't disappear on me and the other one stayed up. So take care, guys. We're all learning together. Hope you all doing well. Peace out, guys.